Okay, I have a deeply strange question for you. Does your sleep schedule now basically involve becoming a nocturnal zombie who sprints to the bathroom?
Ah, the midnight marathon. You're setting new personal records, right?
Totally.
Getting from the bed to the bathroom, maybe 5, 6. I mean, we've heard of people getting up 10 times a night.
10 times. And it just adds up, doesn't it? The sleep deprivation, it wrecks your mood, your stress levels spike.
Oh, your thinking goes right out the window the next day. And, it usually comes down to this one tiny gland that just decides to, well, to get way too big for its britches.
Right, the enlarged prostate, BPH. It's like over half of men over 50.
It's incredibly common, and the scale of it is just wild. I mean, the prostate is supposed to be about the size of a walnut.
A tiny walnut, and it can swell up to the size of a small orange.
Exactly. An orange.
And when you think about it, the mechanics are pretty simple. That overgrown orange is literally pressing against your bladder. So it reduces the bladder's capacity, and that's
Yeah.
what triggers that desperate sprint.
There's just no room left. The tank is being squeezed. Now, the usual medical route is, managing hormones or relaxing muscles. But we're going to do something different.
Okay.
We're diving into the surprisingly simple dietary and lifestyle tweaks that can actually address this, focusing on what to eat and, maybe more importantly, what to ditch.
Let's do it, because we have to start with a really crucial point. Sometimes that midnight run isn't the prostate's fault at all.
Right. It's so easy to blame the plumbing. But frequent nighttime urination polyuria, as it's called, sometimes just means you're making too much urine, period.
And the number one culprit is something you're calling the sugar siphon.
The sugar siphon, yeah.
So what is that? What's this frantic cleaning crew you mentioned?
Well, think of your body as this super efficient cleaner.
Mm.
If you eat too much sugar or refined carbs, even if you're just pre-diabetic, the body panics a little.
Okay.
It sees all this excess glucose and says, we got to get this out. So it starts a flushing process, pushing the sugar out through your urine. And where sugar goes,
Water follows.
Water gets dragged right along for the ride.
So you're not waking up because of a blockage. You're waking up because your body is trying to dump a gallon of sugar water.
Precisely. It's not the organ, it's the environment you've created inside your body with your diet.
Wow. Okay, so beyond carbs, what are the other lifestyle leaks?
Well, you've got the classics, right?
Right.
Alcohol and caffeine, especially at night, they're diuretics. And a lot of people just forget about their medications.
Oh, right.
If you're on a pill for blood pressure, it's probably a diuretic. That's a huge factor.
But there is a really weird one in there about breathing.
The sleep apnea twist. Yeah, this is fascinating. If your breathing is disrupted at night, your oxygen levels drop. That drop triggers a hormone that tells your kidneys to just make more urine. So your snoring could actually be causing you to pee all night.
That is completely counterintuitive. So if we are making too much water, what's the fix? Because everyone just says stop drinking water after dinner.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
But it's more about timing and retention. You want to front load your hydration.
Right.
And you do that by strategically increasing your salt intake earlier in the day.
Salt, really?
Yeah, a little extra salt with lunch.
Yeah.
Helps your body hold onto that water then. So you can be fully hydrated by, say, mid-afternoon, and you don't feel the need to chug a huge glass of water right before bed.
So we're not saying go on a midnight potato chip binge.
No, absolutely not. Just smart timing.
Oh, okay, smart timing. Got it. So that's fluid. But what about the actual growth of the prostate? Let's get into the hormones. Because here's the paradox. Men's testosterone levels drop as they age, right? So why does the prostate get bigger? That just doesn't track.
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And the answer introduces our sneaky villain, DHT. Dihydrotestosterone.
DHT.
See, your body converts testosterone into DHT, and DHT is a much, much more powerful version of the hormone. It's not that you suddenly have more of it. It's that the enzyme that creates it, called 5-alpha reductase, just gets way more active as we get older.
So it's not the quantity, it's the potency of the conversion.
Exactly. And most conventional drugs, they work by blocking that enzyme.
Can we do that ourselves? Naturally?
Oh, absolutely. Nature has its own inhibitors. Things like saw palmetto, milk thistle, and stinging nettleroot are all really effective at slowing that process down with minimal side effects.
Okay, now for the big one. The real surprise element that I think drives this whole thing, the insulin bomb.
This is the key. We talked about sugar making you pee, but insulin itself. Insulin is the most powerful growth hormone you didn't ask for.
The growth hormone.
A potent growth hormone. If you have extra belly fat, if you're insulin resistant, you have way too much insulin circulating. And that insulin floods the prostate, causing inflammation and triggering growth through something called IGF-1.
Oh, wait, what's IGF-1?
It stands for insulin-like growth factor 1. So high insulin from your diet means high IGF-1. You're basically pouring fertilizer on your prostate gland, telling it, grow, get bigger, get inflamed.
So BPH isn't really an aging issue. It's a metabolic issue.
It's a metabolic issue you can control.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing that trips everyone up.
Mm.
It's not just what you eat that spikes insulin. It's how often you eat.
Ah, the snacking scourge.
That's it. Grazing all day, and especially eating late at night, means you're just hitting that insulin spike button again and again and again.
I am a reformed professional snacker. I can confirm late-night grazing is probably the worst habit for this.
It is. You are just sustaining that growth signal. To shrink the prostate, you have to turn off the fertilizer. That means cutting way back on meal frequency. No snacking after dinner.
Okay, let's talk strategy. We need an arsenal. What's on the must break up with list?
It has to be a clean break. Sweets, starches, gone. And remember, starches are just sugar in disguised bread, pasta, crackers, cereal.
Oh, all good stuff.
All the stuff that's driving the growth. And beyond that, you have to ditch seed oils, fried foods, soda, and commercial milk, which can have hormones in it.
Right. Total elimination. Okay, now what do we bring in the heavy hitters? Let's start with vitamin D, because the dose here is kind of shocking.
Vitamin D is absolutely critical. Controls prostate growth, it fights inflammation, but the standard dose is, frankly, a joke.
Okay.
To really get into the tissue and do its job, especially as we age, you often need up to 20,000 IUs of D3 a day.
20,000? That sounds insane compared to the 800 you see on the bottle.
It does, but most men are so deficient
Yeah.
that a high dose is needed to actually reach therapeutic levels in the prostate. But, and this is a huge but, that vitamin D is useless without its partner.
Magnesium.
Magnesium, D won't work without it. And magnesium also helps relax the smooth muscle for better flow. But you have to get the right kind. Do not buy magnesium oxide.
Why not?
You only absorb about 3% of it.
It's worse.
You need magnesium glycinate. You could absorb up to 80% of that. Aim for about 350 to 600 milligrams.
That is a critical piece of information. Okay, what about balancing other hormones, like from plastics in the environment?
Right, xenoestrogens. For that, you want something called DIM. It's a concentrate from cruciferous vegetables, and it basically helps your liver clear out all those disruptive compounds.
Okay, now for the foods that physically help things flow, the nitric oxide duo.
Arugula and beets. They're powerhouses. They boost nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator. It relaxes everything.
So it literally helps the bladder empty completely.
All the way, no residual urine left behind.
And is there a dessert that fights back?
There is. Dark chocolate. But it has to be bitter, very low sugar. It's full of polyphenols for nitric oxide, and crucially, it's packed with magnesium.
Nice. Okay, what about some on-the-plate DHT blockers?
Pumpkin seeds and pumpkin seed oil are fantastic. Green tea as well. They both help slow down that enzyme we talked about.
And you can't forget the lycopene champion.
Tomato paste. Cooked in a healthy fat like olive oil, lycopene is amazing for prostate health. And, as honorable mentions, salmon and sardines for omega-3s, and a little apple cider vinegar before meals to help with that insulin response.
Right. And maybe eat your watermelon at lunch, not at 10 o'clock at night.
Exactly. So if you pull it all together, the big takeaway is that BPH is not just some inevitable part of aging. It's really a disease of growth hormones like insulin and chronic inflammation from your diet.
So the fix is radical.
It is. It's about ditching the starches, stopping the grazing, and being really smart with high-dose vitamin D and the right kind of magnesium.
It's staggering that an issue that turns us into these sleepless, nocturnal zombies is so tied to late-night crackers and blood sugar. If your prostate went from a walnut to an orange from inflammation and growth hormones, what other small, seemingly unrelated shifts are happening inside your body that only the right diet can fix? You have the power to turn off the fertilizer.